Okay, I'm gonna start this off nice and slow. Where the fuck is RWBY Volume 9? Where the hell is this volume at? This thing got pushed back twice it got pushed back to this year. I think, call me crazy, call me stupid, but didn't they say they got pushed back till February of this year for Volume 9? I mean, I get it. The longest delay, the better it could be. But sometimes when it gets this too far delay, I'm just like, where the hell's this show at? Where is it? I mean, after the atrocity known as the ending of Volume 8, or known as Volume 3, Part 2, I'm just like, alright, we're gonna get some island adventure. You know, Team RWBY plus Jean and Nia are gonna be on a fucking island, apparently in the dark ether. I mean, in Agartha. Sorry, I'm doing my zombie rhetoric. Apparently in Agartha. And besides spouting like a bunch of more fan art about the idea of having Team RWBY and Jean and Neo being in like some nice summer swimwear or just some lighter gear that's not gonna be the Atlas, like Atlas stuff. I'm over here just anticipating and waiting for it, you know? What's gonna happen to Team B, consisting of Ren, Nora, Oscar, Emerald, and the Schnee family fighting the fucking Sandstorm and like Grim and Valkyria with all the bunch of civilians. What happened with that? You know, the fallout with freaking Atlas literally falling down and destroying Mantle. You know, losing not one but two superpowers, two beacons, and the fact that the kicker was losing Atlas, the most technologically advanced thing in Remnant. So I want to see how the economic stuff is gonna fall. You know, you can't get upgrades, you can't get any more high power weaponry. You can't probably get any more dust since Atlas was doing it all and Schnee company was doing it. So I want to see how that works. I want to see the fallout of that, taking heavy hits in Remnant. Also, what happened to Pietro and Maria? Apparently they just got left to die in the freaking Amity Tower after Cinder and Emerald came in and wrecked shop and Penny sacrificed her L for it. It's just like, what happened to Teacher and literally Penny's creator? They do not give two fucks about them anymore. Even though Maria in Volume 6 was pretty much played to be this super more important character. Just, yeah, I lost my eyes. I was a Silver Eye Warrior. I was going to help RWBY unlock her Silver Eyes more often. Train her. Because apparently no one can still trust Ozpin. Because Ozpin lies about, like, a few little things. And everyone treats him as if he was working with Salem. As he was like he was personally protecting her. Man, it sounds like Ozpin. It sounds like friggin' Ironwood all over again. Ironwood gets mad because he gets betrayed too. And they treat him like as if he was personally trying to kill him. Have I mentioned that I grew to love and still utterly just hate Volume 8, what they did with the characters? You know, like Ironwood dying. Oh hell, we'll see. Penny dying for the second time and for good, which was honestly one of the most dumbest mistakes ever. Because it's like bringing back Pyrrha, and only for her to sacrifice herself again and kill herself both physically and spiritually. She can never be brought back even by time traveling means. You know, that's how it was. Penny died a pointless death, repeating the same arc. It's like, holy fuck, I'd rather go play Black Ops 3 Zombies. At least then when I see Richthofen shoot himself in the face, or Dempsey shutting off the pod for his old self, or Takeo being his little Kashakoni for his old self, and Nikolai blowing his brains out with the shotgun. you know, at least I got what I paid for. But Penny, she died a nothing death. She had the same character story, she had the same character arc. The only problem is, she died for nothing. And that's why I kinda hate in stories. Killing your characters who could have so much potential. In this case, RWBY, because that's the only thing I got beat up about. Penny, which I just aforementioned. Ironwood, who still had plenty to do. Who could have still been captured by RWBY and them, if not escaped to the portals, if not just been there as a captured fallen general. He could have been there. He had to die. Next, Watts. Watts, I be it one of the better villains. But like, besides Hazel, I be it for a shitty backstory, Hazel was still a more competent villain. Tyrion is just your average Joker. I make the stab means. Return to being Psycho Killer 9000. Emerald, mid. She's just borderline mid. I don't care about Emerald like that. I never did. I mean, besides her good ass research on my Twitter timeline from you know, every now and again. Shout out Tablet Knight and everyone who still does RWBY art. Is just like, she's mid. Her switching sides was honestly dumb. I mean, I feel like it was going to happen anyway, but I feel like it shouldn't have been her. If not right now, you know, maybe like after the sword, or maybe at like during like when they go back to Beacon to go get the relic of choice, the crown. Then I want her to see her switch sides. Maybe she could still be with Cinder, or just like with Salem or something, and she's having like major doubts because, you know, not only she destroyed Beacon, but she also destroyed freaking Atlas. So it'd be nice to have her just be like, damn, I'm a real bad guy. I'm like a real fucking monster, which would be lovely, which I love a lot, which I'll do the most of. But no, it's like, let's just do it now, because I guess Emerald's tired of watching Salem, this complete god of death, killing people with Grimm, and you like, it's like, bitch, you already know what you signed up for when you switch sides. Who you think Sidner was working for? Sidner has no hesitation. She will flambe and spit roast somebody if it means to fulfill her own agenda. You see where she's coming from, you dig? I'm getting ahead of myself. It's not gonna become an Emerald Sucks video. This is gonna be like a Volume 8 travesty video. What else? No. Who else? Jacques dying. That was a really important one. Jacques dying was a unique one to me, because having him just get killed off by Ironwood with just no reason other than just no loose ends. Boo! It's like, okay, makes sense to me. But in all seriousness, I don't think he deserved to die the way he did. He didn't deserve that, not one bit. I mean, Jacques was an asshole. He worked with the bad guy, but Ironwood just killing him for no reason, I don't think he deserved to die, because it's just like Eruption Fang said. It pretty much robbed the Schnees of any level of reconciliation, any conclusion with that plot line. Now that Jacques is dead, he can't exactly just go out to his family and be like, hey, I'm sorry for being a money-grubbing asshole. I'm sorry for tormenting my wife into pumping out like 3 kids because I want a son, and now she's a crippling alcoholic with depression. I'm sorry for apparently bitch-slapping fucking wives and just treating her like garbage, and literally selling my daughter to the military, where she's probably getting fucking most likely not groomed by Ironwood, because that ship haven't been canonized yet. Make that ship canon. Ironwood and just Winter. That ship's fire. Trust me. It's fired in boozy chips. I need you to believe me. I need this to survive. But I digress. It was confused me with it. It's just, what the hell? There's no conclusion to his point line besides dying. Have you ever noticed, and I'm pretty sure I said this in my rant video about Atlas, the Atlas arc rant, but have you noticed how the males don't get no redemption arcs whatsoever, and they're either just killed off or worse? I mean, you look at Ozpin, who just got straight up fucking right hooked by Crow into a tree, and then just got dogged out by everyone who was pretty much on his side from the very get-go, and just treated him like garbage. Jacques dies. Ironwood dies. What? Watts wasn't even a redeemable character. He was just a fucking villain. Dies. Adam, who I really like, dies. And oh, I know, I can't get into the Adam thing. I really can't. That's like volume 6 old. But Adam to me is still the pinnacle of, he still had a lot to do if he was involved in the God Relic plot. Also, if you know me for a bit, well, honestly, if you're going to know me, when I talk about RWBY, when I talk about the relics and like the gods of, you know, life and dark, life and death, I pretty much call it the gods plotline, because you have the beacon arc obviously, and then you have four through yeah, 4 through now being the gods plot. But if Adam was connected to the gods plot, I'm pretty sure he could have played a more prominent role on the villain side, since apparently no one is taking the freaking help wanted to the villains. Hazel's dust, Watts is in Atlas dead, Adam's dead, Tyrion and Mercury's in Valkyrio, so I'm assuming they're gonna die at some point. All left is just Cinder and Mercury. And Emerald, who switched sides until Cinder comes back, and then that's when she's gonna become like a fucking dog and just kneel to her queen, and just like whoa whoa, you know, just bow wow, bow wow wow, you know. And it's just like, oh my god. But besides peeling this away for the last, I don't know, 80 minutes of me just beating the hell out of Volume 8 again, to get back to the real point at hand, it's just like, I want to see Volume 9 so badly. I want to see how I want to see how it's going, because I had two things in mind. I had a thing where is Volume 9 gonna just take place and only gonna show Team A, which is Team RWBY plus 2, John and Neo obviously. Is it gonna just be that whole thing for the whole Volume 9? If not, just like half of it here and then B Team for the rest of the half? If not, then you could just do like a Danganronpa 3 like feature arc and despair arc, where like one episode will just be Team RWBY and them, and episode 2 will just focus on like Team B, since like they're both like important plot parts happening. Unless you want to do like Volume 9 Part A and Volume 9 Part B, like you could have the first half of Volume 9 just be Team RWBY plus 2, do their whole little thing, figure out what the hell the island is, and stop there. And then Volume 9 Part 2 will just be all about Team B. You know, just Team fucking, what was the team acronym for Ren, Nora, Oscar, and Emerald? I don't know. Just call them Team B for now. It's a lot more simpler. Team B could just, you know, fight off the hordes, go to Valkyria, while these like apparently millions of civilians are told, because you guys just couldn't send them to Menagerie, couldn't send them to Mistral, couldn't send them to fucking Vale for some ungodly reason. Now just send them in the middle of the desert. We'll just send the rich, the old, and apparently the fucking stupid to Valkyria, where the literal motive is the strong survive and the weak dies. I mean, when you send a bunch of the rich folk and the 1%ers to a place where it's gonna eat them like it's a fucking fire sale, I think that's not exactly a good thing. It could be worse. They could be fighting the Valkyrio people, which is gonna probably happen. I mentioned the Sword of Destruction. It's just gonna happen. But I want Volume 9 to talk about that. I want Volume 9 for B Team especially to be really hard, because I want Winter to be just hating herself that she couldn't save her sister. Her father is dead. Yeah, pretty much dead, because no one has actually heard from him since Atlas fell. You know, her general, her Aniki, you know, just someone she looked up to, Ironwoods, is dead. I want Winter to have a breakdown of not knowing what the fuck she's gonna do. She lost Penny, a close friend of hers. You know, I want to see Winter at her worst, along with Whitley and Willow. I mean, Willow's probably already happy, and Whitley's just like, thank God. But I want to see Winter at her worst. Also, instead of having Jean fall down the pit, why couldn't it just be Ren? Cause I think Eruption Fang or Celtic Phoenix mentioned this. Why not Ren fall down the void instead of Jean? Because it would have set up a personal journey with Nora. Because at least then, when the portal closed and they just couldn't figure out what happened, Nora could be in like disarray. Not disarray. She could just be just as much as in like a shock as anyone else, because the guy she loved for so long and promptly rejected the previous volume for, just, you know, is in the void, presumably dead, 'Cause as far as she know, he just got ripped. He just got ripped apart in between time and space, and that'd be cool. Having Jean be the surrogate leader of the group along with Oscar and Ozpin. Nora it's just like, damn, my boo is dead. You know, because as far as they know, they're dead. No one made it out, so I'll pretty much put it best too. They're dead. They're fucked. Oh god, what we're gonna do now? Simple. Survive. there's just so many ways to go about this. Ren could have just been the one in the pit, in the void, leaving Jean here as surrogate leader. Ironwood and Watts could have escaped Atlas, which I would mind, which I would really love if Watts just happens to save Ironwood. Because I wouldn't mind that. Like, Watts saves Ironwood and they gotta get at Atlas because Ironwood either has the power or he still has the credentials or something. And Watts has his technology, albeit very limited. And they could just get at Atlas and leave. Which I wouldn't mind setting Ironwood to the permanent dark side. At least then that will solidify his role as a villain. If not, just have them to escape the plot. Oh, I'm sorry this tangent is rough. I'm sorry. This is unscripted. Because when I keep thinking about Volume 9, I have to keep thinking about ripping this thing a new one. Just, where's Volume 9? How's the plot points going to be? How are we going to continue this off from Volume 8 or Volume 3 Part 2? Or Volume 3 2.0? I have to know what's going to go on. Like, you just can't just put my nuts in 2 slabs of concrete and not just step on them with extremely amount of pain. Okay, you just can't do that. That's not right. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. I'm sorry this video has potentially no like fucking sense whatsoever and has no reason to be here besides just video. But I had to get something out. I've been gone for like a week. You know, I gotta make a video and this is the one I wanna make. Also, I got a little thing in the works. An actual scripted video about this one indie game that's been sending me through the motions. Coffee Talk. So be on the lookout for that one when it drops. And also that other voiceover thing, be on the lookout for that one too. Those two are going to come tangentially. Whether it's going to be back to back, or may potentially just be one and then the other. They'll all be here. Actually, I promise you. Anyway, I have been your lovely host for today, and I'm done entertaining you. Bye bye.